on TikTok to catch up and do its thing, and then we can get started. A little bit later than planned, but been a busy day today. So, but I'm here. Hello everyone. Hello pretty little aches. Hello, Janie. Hello, everyone. Yay, everyone's jumping on. Okay, we're just... Hello, Jamie. Hello, Lost. Hello, the Three Wolves. Lady Linda. Hello, everyone. Hello, Debbie. Okay, welcome to another card of the day, and also 7 wonderful people will be chosen at random for a mini card reading tonight as well. If anyone is new to me doing my lives, every second evening I come on and I choose a card of the day, which is a general card for everyone, and then I at random choose 7 names to also get a mini reading. If you're not chosen tonight, you've always got Wednesday evening, or you can go along to my bio here on TikTok. I have a pinned post which has a readings list, and you can ask for a card on there and I will add you to my readings list. On my readings list I have a lot of names, because every time I go live people just keep adding to my readings list. So what I do is I go down my reading list every day and I do 2 or 3 names every day, post a little mini reading on my bio and tag your name in it. There is a bit of a waiting list, but I do try and get through as many every day as I can. But when you ask for a card on the free readings post, I will always say you're on my readings list, so that you know that you're on my readings list. And when I get down to your name on the list, you'll receive a free mini reading on my profile, and I'll tag your name in it. So everybody gets a chance to get a free reading. Just the way I roll. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tracy New Jacobs. I will be doing a readings draw just shortly, everyone. So I'm just catching up with all the comments. Hello, everybody. Hello. Lovely to see you all. Oh, I'm so glad you're happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy to be here. Helping others through healings and readings is what I've been doing all my life. I just think if you can make a difference to somebody's life, then all the better. So I'm going to start with the card of the day, and I'm going to use my Old Faithful deck, which is this deck here. I'm going to give it a shuffle, and then we're going to pick 7 names who will receive a mini reading during my readings live this evening. So I'm Lady Moonlight, I'm the Mystic Witch, and you'll catch me on here every second evening. So my next readings night will be Wednesday evening. In between that, I do little topic posts, whether it's on health, whether it's on beauty. Natural health and beauty is huge for me. I don't like chemicals. I don't like pharmaceutical stuff. So I would prefer using natural herbal stuff. So I'm always giving good value advice on my topics every second day. Oh, lovely. Well, hopefully you get some good news if you get picked today. If you don't get picked for a reading tonight, please go along to my bio. I do have a readings list on there. Just put your name down. It's free. And I will add you to my readings list. And every day I will add some free readings on my profile here on TikTok. And if it's your reading, you'll get tagged in the reading. You'll see all my previous ones on my bio, so you'll know. You'll get the gist if you go on my bio, everyone. So let's have a general card of the day first. If I do miss comments, I do apologise. For all my new viewers, I am actually registered blind. I don't see very much with my physical vision, but my third eye vision has been really spot on since I was young. I actually was born blind, believe it or not, and I gained a little bit of vision when I was 5 years old, which kind of did me through life until about 10 years ago, when my sight got a little bit worse and I was persuaded to go for a cataract operation in both eyes to improve my vision. However, unfortunately, it didn't improve it, it just made it worse, and then they deemed me registered blind. But thankfully, it did not affect my spiritual vision, which is a lot better than my physical vision. Oh no. Yeah, do you know, you don't know what it is until you don't know what you've got until you don't have it. I've always said that, do I miss my vision? Probably not now. I'm kind of used to the poor vision that I do have, and I've got a wonderful partner who actually helps me through day-to-day things. So I don't really miss it because my spiritual vision, which is more important to me, is far better than my physical one anyway. So, but yeah, I do get it. When you've had some vision and then you have none, it's just horrible, isn't it? It's just, and you have to adjust. That's the thing. You're always having to adjust. Okay, so let's go with the card of the day. The card of the day is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands reminds us that really, even though sometimes we doubt ourselves and our abilities and we think we can't do, we actually can. If we really put our mind to it. If it's in our hearts to do, then there's nothing stopping you from reaching your goals. There's nothing stopping you from doing the things that you've always dreamed of doing. Nothing is out with your grasp. And sometimes it's just a case of putting an affirmation out there in the universe and saying, I'm so worthy of abundance. Please bring abundance my way. I'm so worthy of having a decent job. Please help me to get a decent job. I'm so worthy of having family, friends, etc. Whatever it is that you want, it's not out with your reach. You know, the King of Wands is a great leader, right? He leads by example. And there's nothing he fears. There's nothing that he can't do, right? He wouldn't be king if he wasn't a good leader. He wouldn't be king if he didn't have trust in his own abilities as a ruler. And when the King of Wands comes into the card of the day, especially for a general one, it may be saying that you're thinking that you can't do or it's impossible. And you know what? Sometimes it's not us that think that. Sometimes we genuinely do think, yes, I can do this. But then others come along and say, oh, I don't think you should do that. Or that's not for you. Or maybe you should do something else that's, better suited. And then you get the other ones, don't you? The ones that see you succeeding at what you're doing. Right? So they will do everything to knock you down from your throne. This message is saying, don't allow them to do that. If they're coming at you through jealousy because of what you do, and they're trying to bring you down, don't allow them to do that. If they don't like your success, if they don't like the person that you are and your dreams and your goals, they're not in your tribe. And let them go along their merry way. Keep being you. Never stop following your dreams. Never stop following your goals. You've got this. The only obstacle in the way of your success in life is you. That's it. Plain and simple. The only obstacle that you have in your life is you. And believe that. I spent 13 years with my ex-abuser who brainwashed me into thinking I wasn't good enough. I wasn't a good wife. I wasn't a good mother. And I certainly wasn't a good grandmother. He found fault in everything that I did, including my readings, to the point I stopped doing my readings for people. Even my healing, to a point I stopped doing my healing. And when he took away my ability to heal and my ability to read, I reached my lowest low. And sometimes I just felt the only way I'm getting out of this marriage is in a wooden box, because I couldn't see a way out. And I remember having dreams that my soulmate was out there somewhere. So I cast a spell on the full moon. And 2 years later, I met my soulmate. And we started talking, and I told him about my abuse and how unhappy I was. He freed me from that abuse. I asked the universe to free me from a life of hell, and it did. Took 2 years to do it, but it got there. Maybe if I hadn't asked the universe, I would still be in abuse. Sadly, I lost my grandchildren out of it because they were also getting abused by my ex's family. And when I tried to protect them, they banned me from seeing my grandkids. But the karma will be that the grandkids will find me when they are old enough to make their own decisions. So you see, I never allowed, in the end, anyone to put me down. I never allowed anyone to stop me from leaving that abusive relationship and for finding my own freedom and back to my own path where I was happiest, doing my readings and doing my healing. And neither should you. You should never, ever allow anyone to take away your light, to take away your freedom, your free will. You should always do the things that feel right for you. So I hope this card has meaning for you all. Yep, exactly. Believe in the universe. Oh, thank you, Glow Up. Yep, we do take things for granted. I'm just catching up with some of the, hello, Carrie. Absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely to see everyone. Now, for anyone that has missed the card of the day or any of my readings, I do post this video or all my lives go on to my YouTube channel, both the Lady Moonlight and the Mystic Witch YouTube channels. The link you'll find on my website in the bio, including all my guided meditations and all my other topics. I also upload them to my Facebook group, The Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. Okay, so what I now do is I'm going to pick 7 people at random to receive a reading tonight. In order to receive a reading, all I ask is that you start posting your favorite images. Could be hearts, rainbows, it could be unicorns, it could be absolutely anything you like. I get drawn by the colors and the emojis, and then whoever's got those images that I'm drawn to, I look at the name and choose the name behind that emoji. So start rolling your images up the screen as many times as you want, and I will just randomly pick the ones that I'm drawn to, and I will pick 7. If you don't get chosen tonight, please feel free to go along and put your name down on my readings list on my bio. I do eventually get round to everyone on that readings list. Okay, so let's start choosing our first 7. Who have we got? Who have we got? Let's have a look. Okay. Laura. Wait a minute. Let me see. Who we got? Laura Wright. I was waiting for the second name. So Laura Wright is our first one. But we still got 6 more places. 6 more places. Who have we got? We've got 6 more places. Keep them coming. Danielle 2308. So we've got 5 more left. 5 more places. Carrie Lou 81. Four more places to go. Who have we got? Tracy New Jacob. So we have 3 more places. 3 more places to go. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Who have we got? We've got Glow. I didn't see the end of the glow, but we've got Glow. One starting with Glow. Who have we got? Who have we got? Let's see who I'm drawn to. Who have we got? Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We got teardrops. Right, we have one more. One more place left, folks. Who have we got? We've got one more place. Mum of Darkness. And there we have our 7 names for tonight. So we've got Laura Wright, Danielle 2308, we've got Carrie Lou 81, Tracy New Jacob, we've got Glow, we've got Teardrops, and we've got Mum of Darkness. Well done to the 7 who have got chosen for a card this evening. Anyone else that hasn't been able to make that 7, I wish I could read for everyone tonight. I truly do. But if I was to read for everyone, I would be here all night, because unlike some readers who just flash the cards as quickly as possible, I like to take my time with each and every reading that I do. It's just my way of being sure that the guides are connected and that the guides are giving me the correct reading for you. So I'm going to use the animal guides cards because that's the ones I've been drawn to. And we're going to start with Laura Wright. So have we still got Laura Wright here? Oh, I'm so sorry. Carol Adies, please DM me all those that are sick. I will put you on my daily healing list so that they will receive healing from me. My daily reading list is for anyone who is ill. So feel free to DM me. I'm a Reiki master and I send Reiki and spiritual healing to those who need it. All I would need is their names, their town that they stay in. I don't need their full address. I just need their full name, the town that they are in, and what ails them. So if it's somebody with cancer, for example, just put cancer, and also the country, because let's face it, TikTok is worldwide, right? So if you put your town, the full name, the country, and their illness, I will more than happy add them to my daily healing list, where I send healing every day to those people. Sometimes when I'm reading cards, names sometimes get thrown out at me, not necessarily for the person I'm reading for, but if I get any names or messages, I shout them out, and if anyone in the room can take them, then please let me know. Okay. Actually, as you asked that question, I have a lady in spirit that has just said, could you let her know that I'm okay? I feel that this lady was in pain of some kind, or she was going through some kind of illness before she left. But she wants you to know that she's not in any discomfort, she's not in any pain where she is. She's pain-free. She says we leave the pain in our human bodies. We don't take the pain with us. And in answer to your question, is your mum all right? Yes, she's absolutely fine. She knows you worry about her, and she wants you to know that she's watching over you all. Okay, So that just, I did put the question out there on your behalf. Okay, so who have we got? Laura Wright. Okay, so let's shuffle these animal cards for Laura Wright. And I ask my guides to please help me to choose the right card for Laura Wright. Hello, Laura. Oh, bless. Then that would explain the discomfort that she was in before she passed. Thank you for confirming that. Well, she says she is absolutely fine where she is, sweetheart. She knows you've been worrying about her. She has been trying to connect with you, but not able to. There's blockages up. Sometimes when we are grieving or we are worrying about something, we put blockages up. She's asking you to watch out for white feathers. She's going to leave white feathers every so often to let you know that she's there. So she's asking that you watch out for white feathers. Okay, so let's just shuffle these for Laura. Laura, you have got the horse. I love this card. The horse represents freedom. And it's saying you always have a choice. Okay? Even if people tell you you don't have any choices in life or you can't do, we always have a choice. We just need to look for those choices. And I feel that you're a people pleaser, right? So you would rather go out your way and help people. And you always leave yourself till last, is the horse's message here. It's like if people come to you for help or advice, you're the first one to give it, right? But often, when you're looking for that help and advice, there's nobody there, right? And you have to hunt for people, or you have to just basically do it yourself, right? But you know, you have a choice, is what the horse is saying. And you have the choice to say, yes, I can help, or do you know what? Right now I need to concentrate on me. So I can't help yet until I sort me out. Once I've sorted me out, then I can help you. But I need to concentrate on me. I need to concentrate on my healing. I need to concentrate on my journey. Does that make sense? Okay, do you know what? And it's true, right? When you have a good heart, like you do, right? People see it. When you have a good heart and you work with love for other people, you radiate this beautiful glow about you, and people see it for miles away. And the right people do come to you for help, but there are also energy vampires out there too that will take absolute advantage of the help that you give them. And the more you give, the more they take, until they absolutely drain you to the limit. And then sometimes you're just so tired. But yet, deep down, if somebody still came to you when you're tired, you would still give your all, no matter how tired you were. The horse is saying you need to set boundaries here, because it is going to affect your emotional and your physical health and your mental health too, if you don't spend time for you. It's great that we can help others, but we've also got to help ourselves, because if we make ourselves ill, or if we stress ourselves out because of other people, what good are we? If we are ill, we can't help them anyway. So the horse is saying, find your freedom. You do have the choice here to say, yes, I can help, or not today. Now, even just saying not today doesn't mean to say a definite no. You can basically just let them know. Do you know what? Today I'm spending time for me. Today I need to spend me time. I need to spend time with me, my family, my children, whatever the case may be. And I can't deal with anything else just now. If they are true friends, they will totally understand that and they'll come back to you at a later date. But if they're energy drainers, they're going to keep nitpicking at you. Oh, but you have to help me here. And they may even put a guilt trip on you, right? I've had that, and my ex was a master at that, putting the guilt trip on me. Oh, you don't care. You don't love me. You're never there when I need you. That kind of thing, right? Don't allow them to give you that guilt trip. You have choices. Find your freedom. And yes, be there for other people that are also there for you. And the ones that aren't there for you, let them go. Because you deserve this time for you. You deserve you time. I always make time in my day for me time, but also time for my partner as well. My partner and my current partner saved me from abuse 7 years ago, and had it not been for him, I wouldn't be here today doing my readings. He's my world and he's my rock. So I hope this helps. Oh, I'm so glad you walked away. Do you know, Laura? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Do you know what? I was with mine for 30 years. In that 30 years, he isolated me from my friends. He isolated me from my family. Every time I wanted to go and see my family, he would find a way to stop me from going to visit them. And the years passed by, and I missed 30 years of seeing my cousins, 30 years of seeing my aunties and uncles. And then when I did leave 7 years ago, one of my cousins who I was very close to passed away. And I absolutely regretted that he took all of that family time away from me. He even destroyed a photo album that my mum had left me with all my childhood memories before she died. And when I left him, he hid the photo album that had all my memories from when I was young. All my mum's photos, all gone. So I have no photos from my past whatsoever. They're up here. All my memories when I was younger are up here now. So, yeah, he may have destroyed my past as far as photos go and etc. But he can't take away my memories. I got some photos back from copies that my family had of me when I was younger, but it doesn't replace them all. So I totally get that. It took me 30 years, and I could only leave because I found my current partner, who was also a past life soulmate. If it wasn't for him, I would probably not be here. It is hard. Oh, bless. It is hard. But you know what? There are so many women and children and some men, believe it or not, that go through abuse. And I'm the Mystic Witch, i.e. me. I founded a beautiful support community here on TikTok called Purple Hearts Unite. And I also have a Facebook group called Purple Hearts Unite. And it's for anyone that has been through abuse and just needs somebody that has been through it as a friend, somebody that they can talk to, somebody that they can just jump in a DM. And so I decided, you know what, so many people came to me for help with abuse and advice with abuse. So I started the Purple Hearts Unite to help everyone. Because let's face it, the authorities are absolutely crap at helping women, children, and men with abuse. They fail us time and time again. But you know what? We're only one voice. But when we actually stand together and unite as warriors who have survived abuse, that's when the strength happens. My Facebook group is a private group where women like me, women like Laura, can come into the group and just share their stories, share their experience, and then they realize that they're not alone. We're actually an army of anti-abuse warriors. And when we stand together against abuse, then we stand as one darn strong army of women. It's true what they say. If no one else can help you, help yourself, right? One woman being through abuse isn't one candle in the dark, but a whole darn army of women who have been through abuse is a darn good army, a darn strong army, and a force to be reckoned with. So if you've been through abuse, show a Purple Heart. Come join us. Show a Purple Heart or Purple Hearts Unite. I've recently just done a post on the Purple Hearts Unite on my TikTok, and my website has a link to my Facebook group. And I encourage anyone to come stand with me against abuse. You know, because I decided I'm not going to stay silent. Abuser and stay comfortable. And abuser and stay comfortable. And I love that. Do you know what? That's the best way to look at it. I love these purple hearts. Thank you, Laura. Yes, yes, show the purple hearts. You know, I wanted to do something to help women, you know, and I think, you know what, if every woman, man and child who's been through abuse just puts a Purple Hearts Unite on their TikTok profiles or even on their Facebook, you know, it keeps those that are going through abuse safe as well. Because only those that are going through abuse would know what the Purple Hearts Unite stands for. The abuser looking at a title called Purple Hearts Unite or looking at a Purple Heart wouldn't know the meaning behind the Purple Hearts Unite. But the woman who is either going through abuse or has been through abuse and survived it would know exactly that somebody showing a Purple Heart or Purple Hearts Unite on their profile is a woman that they can trust and go to and talk to about their experiences with abuse through their good days and their bad. Because let's face it, even though we get out of abuse, we still get hit now and again with triggers, emotional triggers. And triggers can come in all sorts of forms. Just somebody saying something similar to what your ex would say can set off a trigger. One of my triggers is my ex used to shout in my face to try and scare me. And sometimes when I'm walking down the street, especially when I've not got very good sight, and I hear somebody shouting, especially a male's voice, shouting. Now, that male might not be shouting at me, he may be shouting at somebody up the street. But just that reaction, just that shouting, it brings back triggers. It can stimulate a trigger. Same as if you've been through bullying. I've been through bullying all my life because of my disability. And again, some phrases can cause triggers. So it's nice to be able to unite as a community and to be able to support each other and stand shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand with each other and say, no more. We won't stay silent so that the abusers can stay comfortable. Yep, triggers. Isn't it awful? Hello, Shelley. Hello, my beautiful. Yes, I have been absolutely fine. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Yes, you've missed the list. We have chosen the 7. We just gave Laura a beautiful reading and we're on to our second one now. But please feel free to go and add your name to my readings list on my profile page here on TikTok. Or I'm back again on Wednesday evening, picking another 7. Hello, Colette. Yay, lovely to see Colette as well. Okay, we're just talking about the Purple Hearts Unite, which I started, I think it was about a week ago. And the reason I started it was because there were so many people coming to me because they were struggling with triggers, they were struggling with abuse. And I thought, I have to do something extra to help women, children, and men that are going through abuse. And so I started the Purple Hearts Unite. And anyone can be a part of the Purple Hearts Unite if you've been through abuse. If you are been through abuse or struggling with abuse, feel free to put a Purple Heart or Purple Hearts Unite onto all your posts on TikTok. I sometimes just put a purple heart because a purple heart can sometimes let other members of the Purple Hearts Unite know that that person is safe to talk to in DM, or that person is safe to talk to in my Purple Hearts Unite Facebook group. I'll be doing some videos in the Facebook group very soon, explaining, kind of sharing my story. It is a closed private group, and I do have rules in that group that anything shared in the group stays in the group, because women and men and children will be sharing information, their stories, and those stories can be painful. But also, please remember that these people are sharing stories. And if those stories got out, you could be actually putting that woman, man, or child in danger by sharing their story out with, because there could be somebody out with the group that knows that woman, man, or child, and who will share that information with the abuser, and you could be putting that person at risk. So anyone that's been through abuse is welcome to join the Purple Hearts Unite Facebook group as well. Anyone going through abuse is more than welcome to DM me anytime if they're looking for a friend. And anyone that puts a purple heart on their profile, others will know that they can come to you and talk to you as well. Let's share and unite as one darn strong army of abuse warriors. Thank you so much, Mum of Darkness. Yes, it does. Hello, here we go. Yes, it does. That's the thing. Thank you, Mum of Darkness. That is the thing. It takes a lot for us to share our experiences. You know, my friend, I Am Life Babe, who is here on TikTok, she started a group many years ago, a few years back, for abuse people, and she had to shut the group down because one member of that group shared somebody's story. And it was awful. The person obviously got upset, and quite rightly so. So I do have strict rules on my Facebook group that if you are deemed to share any, or if you are known to share any of the members' stories within that group, you will be banned from the group. It's all about keeping each other safe, and a safe haven and a safe place where we can actually talk about our feelings and our emotions. Yes, we are doing readings. We have a readings list, but the readings list is full. There is 7 readings tonight. However, you are more than welcome to go on to my profile. I have a readings list there. You can put your name down, and every day I try and do 3 or 4 readings from that list and tag your name in the reading on my profile. Failing that, I'm back again on Wednesday night to pick another 7 names. Okay, talking of names, let's go on to our second one. Danielle 2308. Laura, thank you so much for joining me, because you were able to get that beautiful, beautiful message. And yeah, you know, put you first. Definitely, definitely put you first, always. You know, sometimes when we go through abuse, we're just so used to putting ourselves last. But no, we should put ourselves first and foremost. So thank you. Yay, Danielle's here. You're more than welcome. Here we go. Okay, so let's shuffle the animal cards for our Danielle. Lovely to see you here. Okay. So let's just shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. If I do miss comments, I do apologise. I do share this onto this video onto my YouTube, and also onto the Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch on my Facebook group. All my social media links are on my website, which you will find on my bio here on TikTok. Okay. So let's, although apart from my groups on Facebook, I hardly go on Facebook. Let's face it. Facebook hasn't got the higher quality that TikTok has got. I have met some absolutely amazing new friends on here on TikTok, and TikTok is my home. Hello, Debbie. Lovely to see you. Hello, Yasmin. Okay, so we're gonna pick a card for our Debbie. Is it Debbie? Oops. Yep, Danielle, sorry, Danielle 2306. So let's just shuffle our animal cards. I love the animal cards because our animal guides are just so intuitive as well. And they can guide us on the right path. we have everyone has 7 totem animals that walk with them in spirit from the day that they are born. Okay. You have got the antelope, decisiveness. And the antelope says, make a decision and take appropriate action. When the antelope comes into your reading, it's saying to you, you get a lot of great ideas, right? Going through your mind. And you think, yes, I can do this, or I'm going to do this. But then you think, I'll do it tomorrow. And then something else pops into your mind. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do something else today, but I'll put that on the back burner. And, any decisions that you've got to make, rather than sit and make those decisions right there and then on the spot, they go into your mind and you think, yep, I have to do that, or maybe I'll do that, or maybe I'll do that. And they never go out from here. They never have a practical plan, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly, and it's like, yeah, I can do that. Well, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I can do that. Well, maybe next day. Or, you'll see a great idea. Or somebody will say, how about we do this? I'll think about it and get back to you. Yeah, and it stays up here, right? That's exactly what you're doing. You're thinking about it. But it doesn't go anywhere else. And sometimes you get so overwhelmed with great ideas. You've got a mountain of ideas and they're all up here. And they never go anywhere else. They just stay up here and they whirl around. It's like a little carousel going on here. One idea comes and then goes, and then the other one comes and then goes, and the other one comes and goes. And you think, yeah, I'll maybe think about that tomorrow. Or maybe make a choice which one I'll start today. Or maybe tomorrow, right? I used to be like that with diets. I used to say, yeah, I'll start my diet on Monday. Monday's a good day to start a diet. Yeah. And then Monday would come. And I used to be a comfort eater, especially when I was going through abuse. So Monday would come and I would be full of all these wonderful intentions that yeah, this is the day I start my diet. And then my ex would come in the door and give me a shit day. And I would say, fuck the diet. Where's the fridge? Right? And then what happens? Later on that day, I shouldn't have ate that. Oh God, I feel so bad that I actually let myself down. And then you feel so bad, what do? You comfort eat, so you eat more. And you never get out the bed, right? There's always an excuse, there's always a reason or whatever. Until such days as you try on something and you just basically can't get into it. And we kid ourselves then, don't we? Yeah, I can squeeze into this. And we hold our tummy and we pull the jeans up. Yes, I got into them, until we start bending down, and then they basically give us a C-section right before our eyes, right? And you're like, oh, maybe not. Who am I kidding? I did that one time, I actually got a pair of jeans. I breathed in and I'm like, I think I was going to look after I was volunteering for an autistic play scheme because my son has autism. So I wanted to look good, so I had this t-shirt on and I had my favourite pair of jeans. And I hadn't realised I put a lot of weight on, and I pulled them up, breathed in, did the breathe in thing, right? We've all been there, girls, right? You're like, yeah, I look fine. As long as I don't sit down too much or whatever. So I'm kind of going along the day and I'm kind of breathing in and trying to watch what I'm eating. And then they had this kind of like egg and spoon race. Oh, I'll join some of the kids and do that. Yeah. There's me running along, doing the egg and spoon. And then you hear the rip. Yes. I didn't win the race. I was too busy looking for a jumper that I can tie around my waist so that I wasn't showing my bloomers off in front of everybody. Moral of the story, you know, don't go there. But you know, this is what Antelope is saying. Instead of having these ideas up here, put them on paper and say, yeah, I'm going to do that today. Make a daily to-do list, and on that list say, today, this is what I'm going to do. And make it the first thing that you do. That way you're not going to live in regret, and it's not going to be a little rotary wheel going round in the mind saying, yeah, I should do this, or I shouldn't do this. The antelope reminds us sometimes we get these ideas coming into our head. Where do they come from? These wonderful ideas. They come from our guides. They come from our animal guides. They're saying, this would be great for you. You could so do this. And then what do? I think about it. And meanwhile, antelope's sitting there going, no. Be decisive. Don't think about it anymore. Get it done. And that's the thing. We are always guided by spirit through our thoughts. How many of us have had random thoughts in our head and we think, where did that come from? But then we dismiss it. We don't even give it a second thought. We just thought, oh, don't know where that came from. Or we're going around our daily tasks and a song comes into your head just out of the blue. And you think, where did that song come from? That's no coincidence. That's your loved ones, your spirit guides, in spirit, trying to communicate with you. And they can communicate with their favourite song. They can communicate with great ideas for you. They can communicate with dreams. Sometimes our dreams hold the most important information. Yet we don't give our dreams a second thought, do we? So Antelope is asking you to be decisive. If an idea comes up in your head, don't let it continue to whirl around in your head. Make plans and get it done. Oh, bless. Oops, don't know what it's in here. Hello, Anne Lopez. So I hope that had great meaning for you. I feel you've got wonderful ideas up there because Antelope is telling you, you know what, you could do this. There is no reason why you can't put these great ideas into practice. You just have to have a little bit of more faith in yourself. Antelope sure as heck has faith in you. I have faith in you because I know through bitter experience there's nothing that I can't do if I just put my mind to it. There are some nights I think, especially when I was on TikTok, I need to do a TikTok today. Well, I could be doing other things. But I think, no, I'm going to go and do a TikTok because maybe my TikTok has some good advice that may help somebody. No, I'm going to do my readings tonight because I know my readings are going to reach somebody in need, etc. So, thank you so much for asking me to read for you. Now, as I'm reading that card, there's a gentleman in spirit. Now, I don't know if it's for Danielle or whether somebody else in the room can take it, but there's a gentleman by the name of Joey. He's calling himself Joey. He was known as Joseph, but a lot of people called him Joe or Joey, our Joey. I don't know if anyone can take that name. If they can, please let me know. I don't know who this gentleman is. As I said, if I get names while I'm doing readings, I just shout them out. And if anyone can take this gentleman, who was often known as Joey to his friends, but his birth name was Joseph, and some called him Joe. Oh, well, definitely not next week. Definitely don't put off something till next week. That's Antelope's message. No, not next week. Not tomorrow. Today. What's stopping you from doing it today? What's stopping you from doing it right now? Good evening, Anne. I do have a few moderators, but not all my moderators can come on at the one time. I do actually have three moderators, but they can't always come because we've got different we're in different places and stuff. Not all my moderators can come on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. So, Danielle, thank you so much. And yeah, be decisive. Just go out and do it. Go out and do it. Okay, we've got Carrie Lou, 81, for our third one. So, do we have our Carrie Lou? I'm just going to shuffle and get some energy into these cards. Oh, little Miss Wowzers, I'm so glad you popped in. Your reading is on my profile, sweetheart, but I couldn't tag you. I think you've got something on your settings that we can't tag you. If you go to my profile, your reading is on my profile. I've actually got, was it yesterday? It'll be on yesterday's posts. But I have got little Miss Wowzers on your post. Your reading is on my profile, honey. I just couldn't tag your name in it. It just had your settings enabled me to tag your name in your reading. But it is on. I was waiting on you coming on my live, so I'm so glad you jumped on. Yes, your reading's on the profile. You're more than welcome. Hello, Carrie. Okay, let's shuffle these cards for you. And you're more than welcome, little Miss Wowzer. I'm so glad you popped on. Okay. Thank you for the likes, everyone. We're all amazing. Okay. Let's just shuffle these cards and we will go through all of these. But yeah, I probably will get more moderators as I get more followers, but I do have 3. Oh, you're more than welcome. Okay. So, Carrie, you have the elephant and its resolve. You will overcome any obstacles. Now, when the elephant comes in, it tells you that you're going through not such a great time right now, right? Anything that could go wrong probably has gone wrong. And you might feel that everything in the world is against you right now. All the odds are against you. And everything that you try or the people around you may be bringing you a lot of negativity, etc. But when the elephant comes in, it reminds us of our inner strength, right? The elephant is strong and he has his weight and his height and his build behind him. And if there's a tree in his way, he's got the strength to lift that tree, to use his trunk to lift the tree out of his way so that he can pass through. He overcomes any obstacle in his path. And he's coming to remind you that we all have that inner strength. We might not always have the physical strength like the elephant, but we do have an inner strength. And on the days where we think, I can't cope with this anymore, or we reach kind of rock bottom, and we think, I just can't deal with this. There's no way out, and I don't know which way to turn here. But the elephant says, when we reach rock bottom, the only way left to go is up. You can't go any further down. And this is your time to, I feel that you've reached your rock bottom. And the only way up is up right now for you. And you might not feel like getting up and climbing your way back to the surface. But elephant says you have that inner strength. You might not feel that you do, but we all have that inner strength. It's just a case of digging deep and finding that inner strength. Start by turning any negative thoughts or actions, either your own thoughts and actions or other thoughts and actions, into positive. If somebody's coming into your life, bringing you a lot of negative, bringing you a lot of grief, maybe there's a lot of arguments going around, and it's really, really bringing you down, then it's time to do a clear out. Anyone that brings you down, anyone that comes to your door with that are negative, these are energy drainers. You don't need that. It doesn't serve your path. It doesn't serve your purpose in life. What does serve your purposes in life is positivity. Filling your friend circle and family circle with positive-minded, uplifting people. People who are going to say, we're not going to let you quit. We're going to come right behind you and we're going to build you up, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I feel that, some of those choices are tough because we don't want to hurt people. Even the ones that hurt us, we don't want to hurt them. We don't want to tell them to go and do one. But sometimes we just have to come out with it. Sometimes we just have to say, look, if you're going to come to the door with arguments or with negativity, or you'll come in to put me down, then you can just about turn. Because I haven't got time for negative. But if you're coming to support me, and you're coming to stand by my side, as friends do, then come on in and welcome. Remember, not everyone will like you. And also remember that not everyone that likes you is a friend. Because some friends come with a nice smile and the right words and actions, but they hold a dagger behind their back. And the minute that you turn away from them, they're the first one to throw that dagger in your back. It's listening and watching and observing in silence, working out the ones that are there for you, that are going to lift you up, not keep pushing you down to ground zero. Right? You've gone as low as you can, and yes, I'm so glad that in the last couple of days you have been making these decisions. And I think the elephant has come to reinforce those decisions and say, you've got this. Because you deserve loving, positive people in your life. You don't need the negative Nancy's. And it's okay to say, have a good life. that you're not for me. It's okay to turn away from the negative ones, if that makes sense. I'm so glad that that resonates you. Hello, Show Jumper. I'm just going to flick down to see if I've missed anything. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm doing good, Show Jumper. How are you? Lovely to see you as always. It's lovely to see you back on my live. So thank you so much, Carrie. I'm so glad you got this card. And I'm so glad it resonates you, and lovely to meet you. Okay. We are now on to our fourth reading, which is our Tracy New Jacob. So do we have Tracy New Jacob with us? Oops, it's been chucking things all over my table. Yay! Hello, Tracy. Oh, I love it when you're on holiday. Put your hair, get your hair down. By the way, I have got some funky hair going on here. I decided about a month ago that I was going to, my hair used to be dyed purple, as you can see, all the time. And I decided, you know what, I'm 57. It's time to embrace my silvers. So I stopped dyeing my hair, and I thought I'm just going to grow out my purple and let it grow out evenly. But for some reason, my hair has decided it's got one side purple and one side silver. Kind of funky, I guess. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, what's going on here? But it's good. It's all good. It's all good. I just leave it to do its own thing. So I've kind of got like the half silver. I kind of like that Morticia. You know how the Morticia had black one down one side and kind of like white on the other. Oh, thank you. Yeah. As I said, I'm just leaving it to do its own thing. In fact, I've got like a touch of purple here. I've got purple underneath. I've got like purple going on here. Then I've got kind of like silver. It's kind of like doing its own. It's kind of like doing its own funky thing here. Okay, let's shuffle the cards for our Tracy. But yeah, I've been growing my hair as well. Many years ago when I was with my ex had a friend who became a best friend with me. And I always wanted to grow my hair, and I did. One time my hair was right down my back to almost my feet. And my ex persuaded this woman who was my friend for 27 years. Then I found out she was actually working for my ex. So everything I was telling her in confidence went straight back to my ex. Hence, that's why my ex knew everything that I was thinking or planning. Of course, you don't see it at that time. But he hated my long hair. And one day, my friend of 27 years said, I'm going to the hairdressers, I'm going to get it all styled. Do you want to come and get your hair oomphed? And I said, yeah, I'll maybe trim the split ends. And she persuaded the hairdresser to tell me that I would look good with a bob. I said, nah, just trim the ends. Oh, come on, treat yourself, get a bob. I walked out of the hairdresser with hair like this length. And I remember I just wanted to go back into the hairdresser and glue all my hair back on. I just felt awful. And it took years to grow back. Never again will I ever cut my hair. Oh, thank you. You know what? So true, right? And you know what? Um, it's quite a hard pill to realise that after 27 years, somebody that you actually trusted for all those years was the very person that was telling your ex everything about you. And I'm like, hmm. Needless to say, she's no longer a friend. Um, she was one of the ones that I kind of let go many years ago, but it just goes to show you. Yeah, you do, don't you? You grow your hair. I mean, when I was a lot younger, I actually had hair right down practically to my ankles. Loved it, loved my long hair because you could do all sorts with it. You could put it up into bun or whatever, and I just felt more like me. And then all those years ago, you know, my ex friend persuaded me to cut my hair short. And I just remember coming out of the hairdressers and I just absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I couldn't wait to grow my hair long again. And it's been long ever since. I won't ever cut it. So yeah, definitely. Okay, Tracy, let's see what card comes out for you. So I'm shuffling the cards for the animal cards for our Tracy. But yeah, we get, and this is the thing. What the theme of tonight's reading seems to be going around. Um, it reminds people come in and they give us, oh, you should do this with your life, or you should do that with your life, or you should, this is the way you should do things. And, you kind of get railroaded into doing it, don't you? And then you regret it later. It's the same with the operation that I had on my eyes. My guides were screaming at me, don't do it. Just don't do it. But my ex was saying, oh, you might see perfectly. I might end up having a perfect wife who can actually see perfectly. So go get it done. And my guides was like screaming at me, don't get it done. Keep what little sight you have, but don't get it done. But when you're getting gaslighted into doing it, I guess, um, and he's persuading the doctors, and the doctors are saying, yeah, you should get it done. And I'm saying, well, will it improve my sight? Yes, it will. No, it didn't. It made it worse. However, the only thing he couldn't take away from me was my ability to use my third eye, which is perfect vision, which is why I've been doing readings all my life. What we lose in one sense, we gain in another. So though I haven't got great physical vision, I have ears like Batwing. I can hear a pin drop from a mile down the road. I have a great sense of smell. Um, and I have healing abilities. I've been able to heal with just touch since I was a little girl. And then when I got into adulthood, I wanted to do Reiki. And I studied and got my Reiki 1, 2, and my Reiki Masters and my Reiki teacher. So what I lose in one sense, I gained in another. Yeah, exactly. Listen to your head. Okay. Although sometimes we should listen to our intuition. We sometimes listen to our head too much. If we listen to our intuition, which is our inner guide talking to us, if I'd went with my intuition, my strong intuition was don't get that operation. But yeah, I got it done anyway. So yeah, Tracy, you've got the bear, and the bear brings boundaries. The bear is saying, stand your ground on this one. All right. I feel that, funny we were talking about choices, but I feel that people are trying to sway you to do something or in a certain direction. And, it's kind of like that the things that you want in life are the correct way to do it. But you're getting other people that's telling you, no, don't do that or whatever. And they're trying to push you into something that you really don't want to do. Your heart's not in it. But again, sometimes when we're people pleasers, right, we can say no 1,000 times, and then they still keep at us until it's like they want to break you down so that you will give in and do things their way. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I just feel that there's a situation going on around you just now where in the most gentlest way, people are trying to get you to do something or to take part in something that your heart just isn't in it. And it's like you've said no several times, but they keep digging away and keep chipping away and keep chipping away. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Okay. Yeah, well, this is where the bear says it's time to set boundaries, right? Never, ever allow anyone to force you to do something that is against your will. Never. If it's not in your heart to do it, and your intuition, which I feel your intuition has always said, don't do this. But I feel that there are people around you that are chipping away and trying to take away your control, take away you and what you want in life and what you want to do in life. And the bear's saying, do you know what? It's time to stand your ground. It's time to say, actually, no. Stop chipping away at me. Stop forcing me to do something that I really don't want to do. And guess what? If you're not going to stop forcing me to do something that I really don't want to do, then please don't come knocking at my door. Because I only want people who are going to support me. Sometimes in life we have no choice at the end of the day than to do a clear out. And we keep our circle smaller than we normally would. And that circle is absolutely crammed to the gunnel with positive people that say, yes, Tracy, that's a great idea, go with it. And the ones that are saying, no, you should do this. And they keep persistent, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. That's the ones to let go. And it's hard to let them go. It's hard to say, go and do one. You're doing my nothing, go do one. Stop coming and asking me to do something that I'm really not comfortable doing. Because what happens is when we do it, do we feel good about it afterwards? No, hell no, we feel bad about it, right? And we then beat ourselves up, I shouldn't have done that. Or they get you to say something on their behalf, go and speak to such and such. And you go and speak to such and such about it. You're the one that then is the baddie, not the one that's asking you to be messenger. Right? So it's like, I feel that there are other people that are asking you to do their kind of dirty work for them, if that makes sense. And if that's the case, tell them no. If you want to tell somebody that, go ahead and tell them. I'm not going to go there. Because when you go there, you're the one that's the bad one, right? Because they're going to shoot the messenger. They're not going to shoot the person that sent the messenger. They're going to shoot the messenger. And the one that sent the messenger is sitting there going, oh, well, there goes another one. I'll just get somebody else to do it. And the messenger, the one that sends the messenger, is the one that looks good, comes out smelling of roses. And the one that does their bidding is the one that's basically gets shot. Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad it is. Yep. Oh, bless. Well, let me tell you a true story. My ex was a child abuser. In fact, he still is. He abused my daughter when I was working many years ago. She was only 13. And when I was at work, he was busy abusing her. When she was 16, she told social services. He went into a child panel. His family spoke up for him, saying what a wonderful pillar of the community, what a wonderful husband and wife and father he was, and there's no way that he could do something like that. And the social services were telling lies, and my daughter was telling lies. However, as the years went on, my daughter became close to my ex. He had groomed her well to the point that she then became a child abuser. And she and her husband at the time abused my oldest granddaughter along with my ex. And then she split from her husband and went with another abuser with her other two children. She had a little girl to that abuser. And when my youngest granddaughter, who was only 4.5 years old, was staying with them, her boyfriend attempted to drown her. She almost lost her life. My oldest granddaughter saved her. My daughter got put in the child panel, or got in front of a child panel, and all three of her girls were taken off her apart from the baby. The boy that or the man that tried to take my youngest granddaughter's life served 4 years, just 4 years. But he ended up serving 5 for bad behaviour. Now he's out. My youngest granddaughter has never forgotten that. I had to make the choice to turn away from my daughter because I could not condone my daughter's actions to abuse her own children. I did everything in my power then to protect my grandchildren, who now stayed with their dad, the original, my daughter's original husband, only to find that he is also part of this huge child ring that my ex-husband was running. And he also was abusing my grandkids. And I helped my grandkids, and now I'm banned from seeing my grandkids. But my grandkids know that when they're older, they can come and see me anytime. It doesn't stop the worry regarding are my grandchildren safe. My oldest granddaughter, who's now 18, she still is able to message me to let me know she's okay behind her mum's back. She sends me messages on Instagram. But at the minute she's been restricted from seeing me from her mum, who she's now living back with her mum because she fell out with her dad through the abuse. And it's hard to make a decision to turn away from your own daughter as a mum, but sometimes we have to be cruel to be kind. And if your daughter, at the age of 21, your daughter has a mind of her own. At the age of 21, she's an adult, right? We're not responsible for her life then as moms, right? Yes, they will always be our children, but we can't be responsible for their actions, and we can't feel guilty for their actions, and neither should we feel bad for turning them away. Sometimes the harshest lesson is to turn them away. And this is where Bear's saying set boundaries. Even with your own children, set boundaries. And say, no, I'm not going to help you anymore. It's time for you to help yourself. It's time to you, it's your addiction. You chose that path. Yes, I'm your mom and I love you to bits, but I can't condone what you're doing, and I can't condone that I'm basically paying for your abuse. I'm not going to do it anymore. And it's hard to do that. It's really, really hard to turn your back on your own family, but sometimes we have to be cruel, to be kind, if that makes sense. Hi, Patricia. Yep, definitely. Tracy, that would be fantastic for you to do that. Hi, Mum of Darkness. No, your reading hasn't come up yet. You're fine. It is so sad. Yeah, sometimes we have to move away. I had to physically leave my ex to get away from the abuse. Yes, I lost my grandchildren out of it. Sometimes we have to make the biggest sacrifices for our own freedom. I set boundaries. If I was to continue to allow my daughter in my life, I would be saying it's okay for you to abuse your children. Couldn't do that. My ex, my daughter's partners, when her second partner got jailed, she moved in with his best friend, who was also a child abuser. And he went to court for 2 counts of rape for underage girls and got away with it. And she had another little girl to him. They tried to abuse my adult son who has autism. I have a great partner now, and my partner, with the help of my partner, we fought social services to get my son out of my ex's care, and he now has a place of his own. But we had to fight hammer tooth and nail to get him away from my ex. And they still try to visit my son. Thankfully, my son was brought up right by me, and he has never forgotten the wrong that his dad did to him. And one day his dad came to try and bully him, and my son screamed at him at his own front door and told his dad to go and do one and never come back. And he's never allowed his dad back in his house. I'm so proud of him. But Tracy, yes, definitely, and when you do move, don't give your daughter your details about where you're going. You need to get away from the whole situation. You need to stand your ground. You need to set boundaries for you. And you know what? Those that judge you for doing it, there's a few people that judge me. How could you leave your daughter? And I says quite easily, because my daughter was harming my grandchildren. That's how I could do it. Do I regret what I did? No. No, I didn't. And I know my grandkids were told by me before their family banned me from seeing them. I told them what was going to happen. I saw it coming. My guides saw it coming. And I got all three of my grandkids together and I said, look, what's going to happen is at some point, your dad is going to stop you from seeing me because I won't give your dad my contact details because he would give my ex them. But if he does do that, know that when you're 16, 17, 18, you can come and see me. And if they try and stop you, you can actually contact the police and say, I'm an adult, I want to see my gran, they're stopping me from seeing my gran. You have that right. And of course, what happened? They got banned from seeing me. So they know. They already know that they are welcome when they're old enough. My door will always be open for them. Yes, I had to make the hard choice. I haven't seen my two youngest ones in a year. And the last time I saw my oldest one, who's 18, was just after New Year, just before her birthday in January. And I haven't seen her since. But she keeps in touch. And I know she's safe. And she passes on messages to the other two. So I know that when they're older, they will come and find me. Doesn't make it any easier. And Tracy, I know it's going to be really difficult for you to close the door on your daughter. I know it's going to be difficult to close the door on all of that. But in the long run, it will be the best decision that you've ever made in your life. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. That's awful. Well, Tracy, you know what? Stick a purple heart up on your profile, honey. Come join my Purple Hearts Unite because you so deserve to. And feel free to add me. I'm always just a DM away if you ever need to talk or if you ever need a friend. Because we support each other. That's what we do. And I'm always there for anyone that needs to talk. That's what I've always done, and I always will. Sometimes we just need somebody that understands. Tracy, you're more than welcome. Mum of Darkness, if you go to my profile, there's a website link, a milkshake website link. If you click on that website link and you go to the second page along on my website, the first page is my web shop. The second page on the website is all my social media links. I now have the Purple Hearts Unite group on my website. I just put it on there today, just to make it easier for people to find. You're more than welcome. So thank you so much, Tracy, for coming on the live tonight, because I feel that you so needed that reading, honey. And I'm so glad you were able to get that. Okay. We have our next one, who is Glow. Do we still have Glow? Do we have Glow in the room? So we've got the readings that we've got just now is Glow, Teardrops, and Mum of Darkness. Yay, Tracy's got her purple hearts. Yay! Awesome. Okay. Do we have Glow? I know she's got another bit to the Glow, but the first part of her name is Glow. Thank you for the roses, Mum of Darkness. Okay, I don't know if we still got Glow, but I'm going to pick a card for Glow anyway, because I always share my live videos on my YouTube channel, but I also share them on my Facebook group, the other Facebook group, which is the Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. Again, that group is on my website. Thank you everyone for the roses. You are all amazing. Okay, let's pick a card for Glow. I don't know if Glow has maybe left alive, but I will still read the card for Glow because she was chosen. Hi, Patricia. Unfortunately, the reading list for tonight is full, but I'm back on Wednesday, or you can jump on my readings list. Okay. Let's pick a card for Glow. Thank you for the finger hearts and donuts. Oh, I'm hungry now. Okay, the answer, will your ex come back to you soon as he's regretting it? Yes, but he will come back into your life, but please err on the side of caution. Think things through before you take him back. Okay. So if Glow does happen to see this on my Facebook or on my YouTube channel, for Glow, you have got the giraffe, foresight. And the giraffe is saying you are able to see what is in store for the future. When giraffe comes into a card, we may not know that we have the abilities to connect to spirit. We may not know that we can actually tap into that ability, whether it's through dreams, whether it's through our intuition, or even through our third eye. We, at some point in our life, will find out that we have got that ability. And often we ignore our dreams, and our dreams can hold the most beautiful messages. But if we don't write them down in a dream journal the minute that our eyes are open, we miss those important messages in life. I always say to people, keep a dream journal by your bed. Even if you normally don't remember a dream, if you can't remember a dream, the best way to remember a dream, you have your third eye here and you have your crown chakra here. And gently tap your third eye and your crown chakra with your middle fingers, which is your power finger. Just gently tap, just butterfly taps. That clears your third eye and your crown chakra. If you do that 5 minutes before you go to sleep at night, as you do that, you can even try doing it just now if you want. You can just gently tap your third eye and your crown chakra. You will actually feel tingles, or you'll feel sleepy, or you'll feel that you just want to just close your eyes and doze off. And while you're doing that, ask your guides, please show me in dreams any messages that I need to receive and help me to remember them. And then when you drop off to sleep and you wake up in the morning, before you even get out of bed, soon as your eyes are open in the morning, grab your pen and dream journal by your bed and write down what you remember of your dreams, even if it's little fragments of it. Even if the dream doesn't make sense, write it down in your journal. Because then what happens is, when you look back on that journal at the end of the week, and you read from the first entry to the last, you will be mind blown as to what messages are in your dreams from loved ones and spirit. But too many of us jump out of bed in the morning, and by the time we've got to the kettle to make our first morning brew, the mind has forgotten about the dream because it's more focusing on what's going on for the rest of the day. Because the minute that you wake up, what do you think about doing? Jumping in the shower. While you're in the shower, what have I got to do today? Oh yeah, I'm going to make a coffee first, and then I'll think about my day. And then after my coffee, I'm going to make breakfast. I'm going to get the kids ready for school. Already the brain is so busy with what it has to do for the rest of the day, the last thing it's going to remember is your dream. It's so vitally important that if you're keeping a dream journal, the minute your eyes are open, write it down in your dream journal before you even get out of bed. It's going to make the difference on whether you can remember your dreams or whether you forget them. And the messages that you will receive from loved ones and spirit is going to blow your mind. So, Glow, if you do ever see your reading, maybe it's time to start keeping a dream journal. Pay attention to your thoughts. Sometimes spirit talk to us through our thoughts. We might be doing something and then a random thought comes into our mind. You will know that that random thought isn't your thought. Where did it come from? Why did that thought crop into our heads? Because it was a message sent to you. And so, most of us will just disregard that thought because that doesn't make sense. I don't know why that came into my head. I'll just forget about it. So I hope this makes sense. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your dreams. Because you're more spiritual than you know. You have got the foresight. The giraffe has a long neck. He can see way, way, way in the distance and way, way, way in the future. And he knows what's going on around him. He has foresight. So do you. You've got spiritual foresight. You may not know that. But Giraffe is here to say to you, you've been gifted with foresight. You've been gifted with that ability to be able to tap into spirit. Don't let that go to waste, is the message there. Thank you so much, everyone, for the roses. They are awesome. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mum of Darkness. I never ask for gifts. I do things freely just because I like to help. But I am so appreciative of anyone that does leave gifts, so thank you so much. Okay. Teardrops. What a beautiful name that is, Teardrops. Do we still have teardrops? Do we still have teardrops in the room? Thank you so much for the likes, everyone. Don't know if we still have teardrops. Show Jumper, thank you so much for the star. You are all too kind, way too kind. Thank you so much. Mum of Darkness, feel free to send me a follow because I'll follow straight back. meeting so many beautiful, beautiful friends. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Do you know, Patricia, I love all of you in my life. You know what? That's what I'm saying. I've been on Facebook for quite a few, about 7, 8 years now. After I left my ex, and you're lucky if I had like 200 followers. And you're lucky. I used to have a readings list on there as well, and I used to do lives. And you'd be very lucky out of that 200 people, whether I got 2 people coming on a live. My Instagram, I have something like 200 followers. And you know, sometimes the people that were on my Facebook were connected to my ex, so my ex put a lot of people off. It didn't ever stop me from doing my lives. It didn't ever stop me from doing my readings or being who I am. In fact, in the first year that I left my ex, my daughter reported all my Facebook posts, and I got my Facebook banned 4 times in 1 year. And eventually Facebook said, no, we're taking your account away, and I never got it back. On that account, I'd had that account for many years, even before I left my ex, and I had some old photos on there. I lost everything, absolutely lost everything, because it went with that account. And I could have stopped there. I could have said, no, I'm not going to go on social media. But my guides were saying, no, you need to do your work. You need to reach as many people as you can, so go online. Then my friend Tracy Fouts persuaded me to try TikTok. She says, you need to go on TikTok. And I thought, I can't go on TikTok. You know, I can't dance. I can't sing. I can't do all of that. But she kept on badgering me and picking away, and eventually I came on TikTok. It was the best decision that I had ever made in my life, because people just accept me for who I am. You know, despite the fact I can't see very much at all, despite the fact that, you know, I have my own disability, etc. Didn't matter. Nobody cared. That didn't matter to the people here on TikTok. And the ones that did, I just blocked them. And it was lovely. And within 4 weeks, I had reached my first 1K following. And it just blew my mind. It totally did. The first live that I did on TikTok, oh my God, I was tongue-tied. I was just so nervous, because I didn't know how people would take to me. When you've been bullied all your life because of your disability, and when you've been through 30 years of abuse, it does knock your confidence a little bit. But thanks to the wonderful people here on TikTok and the wonderful friendships that I've made here, I come on night after night, and I either do a readings or I do a topic evening. Tomorrow's topic tomorrow's live is a topic evening, and I'm going to be sharing the products that turned my 80-year-old looking face into the face that I have now. And there's not a chemical in them. I'm chemical sensitive. I can't use anything with chemicals, and I think it's because I'm a starseed or an indigo child. I just don't do chemicals. Even my hair products are not chemicals. They're all parabens and sulfate frees. So I'll be sharing some of my beauty secrets with you all. I might even do a makeup look with the natural makeup that I use every single day. I love their products so much I joined the company. That's how much I love the products, because they're all earth friendly. So feel free to join me for that one. Okay. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Mum of Darkness, I'm so glad. Yes, Patricia, you can ask what a starseed is. A starseed is somebody that has been born into this world as a human being, but our real home is the universe. Some call us starseeds, some call us indigo children, some call us light workers. But when a planet or when Mother Earth, etc., is in plight, then the universe sends us to where we are needed. And many don't know that Mother Earth is dying because of the chemicals and the poisons in the earth. And even though, many Native Americans are earth warriors, Indigenous people are earth warriors who know this, and they've known this for a long, long time. But they've been outnumbered by politicians, those in power, who only thought is for greed. Even your pharmaceutical companies. Did you know that for every pill that the pharmaceutical company puts out into the world, they are getting the equivalent of £3 or $3 per pill? It is a multi-million-dollar or multi-trillion pound industry. And you might think, well, if herbal medicines are so good for us, why don't the pharmaceutical companies advertise it? Why? Because if you went herbal, if you went natural, if you took, for example, one of the best supplements I use is Shield, because it builds your immunity system. It's all herbal. There's no chemicals in that. It builds your immune system, fights viruses, including the C virus. I take green tea and Glow. Glow is packed full of collagen. It's good for gut health, bones, muscle, and it anti-ages your skin from the inside out. Pharmaceutical companies will not tell you about that. Why? Because if you start buying natural herbal stuff over chemical stuff, they lose trillions. They will lose absolutely trillions of dollars. During the pandemic, I never got vaccinated. I never wore a mask. I refused to get vaccinated. I refused to wear a mask. And then they use bully tactics such as, if you don't get vaccinated, you can't go on holiday. No problem, I'll stay home. Oh, if you don't get vaccinated, you can't go to a concert. No problem. I'll watch my favourite bands on YouTube. Or I'll listen to them on Spotify. It's not a problem. Oh, you can't go into a shop and buy food if you haven't been vaccinated. No problem. I'll report the shop to human rights because they are breaking human rights laws, the human right to give me food and drink that I need to survive. So, that's what a starseed, indigo child is. We've all been gathered to educate, to pass on our knowledge, our universal knowledge. I've lived many lifetimes as well and learned so much through that. Yesterday I did a past life regression meditation. Every Sunday night here I do a past life regression or some other guided meditation. We had one lady here, she's normally on, Pixie, but I don't know what's happened to Pixie tonight, but she couldn't sleep for years. And she did my sky and earth grounding meditation. And I asked her the next day, how did you get on? And she said, I don't know, I fell asleep. So I woke up in the morning. But it was the first night that I've had a long sleep for many, many years, so thank you. she's yet to stay awake during that meditation. So every night without fail, she uses that meditation. This is what we do. We come in, we help to send healing. Those that are sick can DM me with their town, the name of the sick person, and what their illness is. I will more than happy send them free healing, because that's what I do. That's what earth, angels, star seeds, indigo, whatever you want to call us. I just call myself a universal being. I know instinctively the earth is not my home, the universe is my home. But while I'm here, I'll do what I can to help Mother Earth and humankind, because if Mother Earth die, ultimately we all die. And the universe doesn't want that to happen. Yep, she's probably sleeping. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Yeah, I never got vaccinated either. Hello, Mama. Hello, Night Owl. Okay, back to our readings. Teardrops. Yes, we were doing teardrops. I don't know. I think teardrops probably off as well, but we'll pick a card for teardrop anyway. And hopefully she will see it on YouTube or click on my website and go to my spiritual world of the Mystic Witch, because I share all my live videos on there. This one won't get shared on there till tomorrow, because it takes TikTok about 12 hours to process the video before I can download it and then post it elsewhere. Okay, teardrops. I don't know if teardrops is still here. Hello, Mama Yahoo. How are you? Okay, the Midnight Medium. Unfortunately, the readings list is closed for tonight. However, feel free to. I think you're already on my readings list. If you're not on my readings list on my profile, please go along and put your name down there. Failing that, I'm back again on Wednesday night with another readings night. I know you've always wanted to grab a card, so if you remind me in DM, I can put you first for Wednesday if you like, because I know you've asked a few times. Okay, teardrops. If you get this reading, you've got the coyote, and the coyote is a wise tool. Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Okay? So the wise fool, right? We all do foolish things in life, right? Sometimes we ignore our intuition because our human brain is telling us it's more exciting to do this than it is to follow your intuition. I always say our intuition is the angel on our shoulder, and our human brain is the devil, and the devil will coax us to do things that are exciting. And our angel always saying, no, don't do that. No, don't do that, because if you do that, it's going to get you into trouble. And 9 out of 10 times, we listen to the brain, because it's more exciting to listen to the brain. It's a bit like when you're young and your mother says, don't climb that tree, you're going to get hurt. What's the first thing you go out and do? You climb the tree, fall off, and you get hurt. Word to the wise, listen to Mum, because Mama Bear always knows right from wrong. But sometimes it's more fun to climb that tree. My friends are climbing the tree, so I'm going to climb the tree. I might not be the best tree climber, but hey, it looks fun. Till you break a leg or an arm and you fall off. And it's not so fun, right? But lesson learned. If I had listened to my mother and not climbed that tree, I wouldn't have broken a leg, or I wouldn't have broken an arm in the first place. It's a bit like our intuition. Our intuition is always telling us what's the right direction to go. If it feels wrong, don't do it. If it feels right in your gut, then go ahead and do it. If it feels wrong in your head, don't always listen to your head. Listen to the gut always. Right? The human brain can confuse us, right? Because it's not the spiritual part of the brain. It's the spiritual part of us. The spiritual guiding system isn't our brain. That's human. That's the human part of us. Our guidance system is our intuition. We should always, always, always follow our intuition before we follow our head. And the coyote is saying, be the wise fool. And even if we do make mistakes, don't beat ourselves up about it because we followed the human brain rather than the intuition. Because by following the human brain, we made mistakes. It's a learning curve. If you hadn't made the mistakes, would you have learned from them? No, you wouldn't. So sometimes we do foolish things, or we say foolish things, or we say the wrong things. And then we beat ourselves up about it. Oh, if I'd listened, just listened to my inner voice, I wouldn't have got into this mess. But I didn't. I'm so foolish. And then you beat yourself up and you feel so crap about it afterwards. Don't see that as a failing. Don't see that as a bad thing that you've done. See it as a lesson learned. We all have lessons in life to learn. And sometimes those lessons are easy to learn. And then sometimes those lessons can be painful to learn. But each lesson that we go through in life is a blessing. And we shouldn't beat ourselves up for going through that. So, teardrops, if you do get to see this card, this one's for you. Oh, thank you. I have an easy system for anyone that struggles with negative thoughts that come into their head. The minute that you get a negative thought, or the minute you say a negative word, be it through anger or frustration, as soon as it's said or as soon as it's thought, tell yourself, universe, cancel, clear, delete all that negativity. I'm going to replace it with this. So, for example, if you get into an argument, right, and you call somebody, a numpty or whatever, or you say something really nasty to that person just through anger, just say cancel, clear, delete that. So, cancel, clear, delete that word. I replace it with, I'm not listening. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for your thoughts or whatever. I wish you all the best, but I'm not going to do that. You're replacing it with kindness. You're replacing it with, and if it's an argument, do you know the best thing to do in an argument that is an ongoing argument where you're saying your point, they're saying theirs, and it's like a game of tennis. Bit, bat, bot, 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 right? Sometimes the ball misses and we just hit it back or whatever else. But we're batting insults back and forward. We're batting opinions back and forward. And neither side is winning. When you get to that stalemate, the simplest way is saying, right, stop right there. We're clearly not going to agree on this. You've got your opinion, I've got mine. Let's agree to disagree. It's the simplest thing in the world. It's the most positive thing to say. Let's agree to disagree. And move on. Now, if the other side doesn't agree to disagree, just say, well, you know what? End of discussion. I'm agreeing to disagree because, you know, we should both agree to disagree. You've got your opinion, I've got mine. Who's to say who's right and who's wrong? But in the universal scheme of things, does it really matter? No. So agree to disagree and carry on. How did I detach from my past traumas? That's a good question. One of the things that helped me a great deal was my current partner. He helped me with a lot of my traumas. He was just there to listen, didn't judge me. He didn't say I did the right thing or I did the wrong thing. He basically just allowed me to talk about it, and he supported. And on days that I wasn't coping, he was there just to be, you know, whether it was just a hug, whether it was just, I'm here. It didn't matter. If I had bad dreams or bad nightmares, he was there. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have went through that. But also, when you come out of an abusive relationship, especially a 30-year one, and you replace hate, control, and narcissistic behaviors with somebody that gives you the total opposite, that gives you unconditional love, that gives you understanding, that is patient enough to sit in silence and allow you to cry, allow you to share your story, allow you to share your pain, your losses with him. That can make a huge difference. And it's the first step to self-healing. And I have never forgotten that. I've never forgotten his kindness. In fact, he's on TikTok. I managed to persuade him to come on TikTok because he's a great musician. He suffers, he's very spiritual, but he suffers from anxiety a lot of the time. But he will go out of his way to help anyone in need. He's the most gentle, understanding human being. But yet, you know, I know that if my ex came to the door, he'd be the first one standing there with a shotgun. You know, not a real shotgun, but he'd be the first one. That was the first step of healing, and finding someone that you can trust to talk to about your experiences with abuse, or somebody that can help you get out of that abuse. That's the first step of healing from your trauma. The second step from healing from your trauma is telling yourself it was never your fault, because abusers will tell you it's all your fault. You're a bad mum, you're a bad wife, you're a bad gran, whatever. Like, everything is you. Reverse that. Everything they're accusing you of doing or being, that's exactly what they are. But they don't want to own that. So they have to put that onus on somebody else, i.e. their victims. Or the survivors. I hate the word victims because we're not victims, we're damn survivors and warriors. So the second part of that self-healing is finding other people, you know, and also not to blame yourself. Right? You couldn't foresee what was happening when you're going through that abuse. And the fault doesn't lie with you. It never did. It lies with them. So that's the second thing that you have to then tell yourself it was never about me. It was about them. And then when you've got that, it's finding other warriors like you, which is why I set up the Purple Hearts Unite here on TikTok, because I wanted to be the voice for abused women, children, and even the men that have been abused. And I welcome anyone that wants to be a part of that. Every TikTok that you do, put a purple heart. Put in a purple heart lets you know. You know, if I see a purple heart on somebody's profile, on every one of their posts, I know that they are a Purple Hearts Unite, and I know that I can jump in their DM box and say, hey, I need a friend. Hey, I need somebody to talk to. Hey, I just need somebody to listen. And what a wonderful thing that is. You know, it's like a secret code. Without telling the world that this lady is an abuse survivor, if all abuse survivors recognize that the Purple Hearts Unite title or a purple heart on their profile was a secret code to say to anybody that's going through abuse, this person's a safe haven. It's okay to message this person and say, hey, I need a friend. Or it's okay to go on to this person's Facebook group, Purple Hearts Unite, and share your experience on there, because one, it's a closed group, it's a secret group. And nobody gets in there without me scanning the members. I have to approve all members. I have to approve all posts on that group to keep the group safe. It also has strict rules on there that nobody shares anything from that group out with the group. If they do, they automatically get banned from the group. There are people in that group that are going to pour out their heart and soul because they need somebody that they can trust to talk about their feelings, to talk about their traumas. And some of these women may still be going through abuse. How would you feel if you shared that person's information out with that group and that information got to the person that was abusing her, and then the person that was abusing her took her life? How would that make you feel, that your actions of sharing that person's deepest hurt and feelings just so she could be heard, a platform where she could be heard, and you were responsible for putting that person in danger? You would feel absolutely horrified, which is why the group has got strict rules on it. And anyone who's been through abuse is welcome there. You know, if it's got the questions, why are you joining the group? Just mention Purple Hearts Unite, and I will know why you've joined the group. Because not everyone will know what Purple Hearts Unite is all about unless they joined one of my lives. So I hope that that helps. Yeah, exactly, Patricia. Patricia, if you go to my website link on my profile or on my bio here on TikTok, on the second page of my website is all my social media links. I've just added the Purple Hearts Unite group on there. Just click on that link and it takes you straight to the group. So I hope that that helps if Teardrops gets her card on YouTube channel. Again, my YouTube channels are on my website. along with my Instagram and all my Facebook groups. So you can get all my links on that website. Okay, the last one, Mum of Darkness. Thank you for your patience, Mum of Darkness. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing in the world. I'm just going to have a drink of my herbal stuff. I've got my shield and my glow in this. I love it. Keeps me healthy. And it tastes so good. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these cards for Mum of Darkness. Hi, Lorna M. I'd love to give you a reading, sweetheart, but our readings list is closed. However, for tonight, I am back again doing readings on here on Wednesday evening. Failing that, please go to my profile page here on TikTok. I have a pinned post there that has readings list. If you comment on that post that you would like a reading, I will add you to my readings list. My readings list I always add names to is in my little glittery book here. As you can see, I've done a lot of readings so far. There's still a lot of names that I'm going through. But if I've commented on the post or on your comment that you are on my readings list, you will be added to that list. And then what I do when I get to your name, I do a mini reading for you on my profile, and I will tag your name in that reading for you. You'll see all my previous readings on my profile, so I hope that helps. Oh, no problem, Show Jumper. Do you know what? I've never always been able to talk calm. I remember when I first did my Facebook Live and I joined my friend's group on there. She had an abuse group where you could, record a video on the group about your experiences. I'd only been out of abuse for about 3 years then. And I thought, I'm going to do my video. I'm going to tell my story on her group. And let me tell you, I thought it was going to be easy, and it's not. Because when you tell your story, you are basically going back through that abuse and you are sharing your story. And let me tell you, there was a few tears, but do you know what? I did a live. I didn't just do a recording, I did it live in that group because my friend Tracy had made me admin, so I was able to go live. And I remember my voice broke, and I was just a mumbling mass of tears. But you know what helped me? Was the ones in that group were there to actually say, keep going, it's okay, we get it, we understand. And I was able to finish my live. But the release that it gives you, being able to share your pain with other men, women and children that have gone through that pain as well and get it. They get the trauma, they get the triggers, they get the self-blame, they get all of that. And they get that it's okay to cry. It's okay to break down while you're telling your story. It doesn't make us weak. It actually makes us strong because tears are healing. Tears are a way of healing, right? We should never hold back our tears. We should never hold back our emotions. And that was one of the hardest things. And it's part of the self-healing. And as you go through more years of that self-healing, you get calmer. But the way I see it, if I hadn't gone this is the third lesson that I meant to mention about how you deal with, how you get past the abuse and how you get past the trauma. The other thing that I learned as well, and that the universe taught me, was if I hadn't gone through that abuse and I hadn't experienced bullying all my life, I'm 57. I was bullied and abused for 50 years of that 57. But I survived it. My ex almost took my life. One of my guides, spiritual guides, stepped in and took the punches. That literally saved my life. Until I got out safe. But the experiences that I went through with the bullying and the abuse, I had to go through all of that so that I could help other men, women, and children in the same situation. How could I help them if I hadn't gone through that experience? I couldn't. I had to walk in their shoes. And I went through, some people just go through emotional abuse, some people go through physical abuse, some people go through mental abuse. I went through the lot, as well as bullying. And I used to say to the universe, why? Why me? Why have I gone through life like this? And I've always been a loner. And I was okay being a loner, because if I was a loner, nobody could hurt me. That's the way I was seeing, that's the way I saw the world. And spirit were my best friends at that time. So I wasn't really truly alone. I had my guides. I had the universe to cover my back. So I wasn't truly alone. And then when I started coming onto TikTok and doing my lives and my readings, etc., I realized that people were drawn to my lives. And a lot of the people that were drawn to my lives were abused women, men, and children. And then I started the Purple Hearts Unite. So my abuse path and my bullying path were lessons and stepping stones to where I needed to be to help others in that situation. Hello, Pixie, no problem. No problem, you've actually caught us on the last reading back. Okay, so let's shift, now that I'm back, spirits sometimes play havoc with my tablets. We live in an old bungalow, and this room has my witch's altar in it, and it has all my cards and crystals, and it also has the resident spirits in here, and sometimes they play with my technical stuff, and my screen freezes or my tablet dies on me, but I'm still here, so all good. Show Jumper, take care, sweetheart. Okay, let's do Mom of Darkness, which is our last reading of the night. And we've had some amazing readings. Tomorrow night is all about natural beauty products. So if you're tired of buying chemical-filled skincare, chemical-filled makeup that irritates you, if you've got sensitive skin like me and it irritates your skin, please join me tomorrow night, because I'm sharing all the products that I use that don't irritate my skin. I wasn't able to wear makeup or use skincare off the shelf for at least 55 years. And 2 years ago, I started using natural. I found natural makeup, natural skincare. And last year, I found a company that did both. They did the natural skincare, they did the natural herbal supplements, which I drink every day. Um, and I found my favorite place. And my store is in my website, and I don't change from that. So I'm going to be sharing some of the products that I use every single day. And I love it because I don't need to go to the store to buy them. I just simply go on my website and I just pick my skincare and the makeup that I love from there, and it gets delivered straight to my door. I've also had friends join my team on the same company, and they're using the same products, but they're getting paid to use it because for everything that I buy for myself, when I buy my lipsticks, for example, I get 25% off that lipstick straight back in commission. So I'll pay for my lipstick, and then 10 minutes later, I've got my commission sitting there, and I can use my commission on anything that I want. So I love the product so much, I joined the company. And then some of my friends bought the products, tried them, loved them, and they joined my team as well. So I now lead my team and teach my team about the products, and they too are loving the products. So we help each other to get the best. But I never joined the company originally to get customers. I joined it because I wanted the commission. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really interested in customers. My shop is always on my website, but I don't always say to people, oh, come and try this or come and try that. I'll share my products on here, the ones that I love and the ones that I've tried and why I love them. But I never. It doesn't really bother me about getting customers or not. That's up to, we all decide what we want to do. But my ethics went with this company because I'm a starseed. I want to use products that are not going to harm Mother Earth. I want to use skincare that's not going to irritate the hell out of my skin so that I'm scratching my skin to pieces. I want to use natural supplements to help me from detoxing from the toxic chemicals that are on this planet. And my shield does that. It detoxifies the body. It's got vitamin C in there. I'm feeding my skin, hair and nails natural collagen through my natural supplements. I'm feeding my hair through chemical-free shampoos and conditioners. So I'm at home with the products that I use. So tomorrow night I will be sharing some of my favourite products. So do feel free to come and join me on there. Okay. It says me as I am shuffling these cards for Mum of Darkness. I love that name, Mum of Darkness. What a beautiful name. That name speaks to me. It does. Love that name. Oh, me too. I went into a shop one day. It was in a well-known beauty store. And I said, I'm looking for a foundation to cover all my fine lines and wrinkles, etc. But it needs to be chemical-free because I can't put chemicals on my skin. I can't eat things with chemicals on it either because it makes me ill. And she said, oh yeah, I've got this foundation. And I said, right, I need to know, has it got chemicals in it before I buy it? Oh, no, no, it's on our natural range. It has no chemicals in there. So I thought, right, okay. She says, I'll tell you what. She says, I'll do a little, I'll put it, give you a free sample on your face. So she did my face with this foundation in the shop. And I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh, that looks actually nice. And I was waiting for that all burning tingle that told me it had chemicals. And it didn't. And I thought, this is great. I said, okay, how much is it? She said, £25 for a tiny little bottle like that. And I said, okay, I'll go with that. Now, I had a meeting that morning. It was actually to go to an abused woman's meeting, where, because I'd not long left my ex and moved in with my partner. So I had joined a group called Freedom Programme here in the UK for abused women. And I felt great. I walked out of the shop and I thought, I don't need to do my makeup and go straight to the meeting. It was a 2-hour meeting. Well, an hour into the meeting, I could start to feel that burn. And I'm like, oh, crap. So at the end of the meeting, one of the ladies said, are you all right? You look a bit... I says, yeah, I think so. And I went into the ladies' room and I could see my skin going orange. It had oxygenated and the foundation looked like I had been tangled, literally, with an orange. I couldn't wait to go home and wash it off. And I washed all of this foundation off and my skin was red raw. And I was raging, absolutely raging, because I'd spent £25 on something that was supposed to be chemical free. I then learned through my training with this company that I'm with that if you buy something over the counter, even if it's in a health food shop, it's not 100% natural. You have to actually look for a company that does natural products, and I'm so glad I found one, and I can wear makeup now. Oh, they did. Yeah, we've had some. You'll see all the readings. I'm going to share this video as always, Pixie, on my YouTube channel tomorrow and my Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch on Facebook. So you'll get to see all the readings on there. Okay, Mum of Darkness. Wow, you got the kangaroo. I love the kangaroo. He's so cute. Gratitude. Be grateful for all you are blessed with. I absolutely like this because how many of us have actually said, I don't have anything. I've not got this and I've not got that. Sometimes we look at other people and think, I wish I had that. Or I wish I had a new car. I wish I had a new house. I wish I had this. I wish I had, I don't have this and I don't have that. And we worry about the things that we don't have and we miss the things that we do have. And the kangaroo comes into our reading. It reminds us, look around at what we do have. A lot of people will say to me, why do you give so many free readings away when you could be coming on to TikTok and asking for money for your readings? You could make an absolute fortune. My reply to that is, I've got a roof over my head. I've got food on the table. I've got enough money to pay my bills. Yes, I have a shop. Doesn't matter to me whether people support my shop or not. I have that shop where I can just tap in and get my products whenever I need my products. I don't need any more money. I don't need any more than that. As long as I've got my health and I've got a roof over my head and I've got food on the table, etc., and I've got a wonderful partner who has my back, and I have wonderful friends who have my back and support, I don't need anything else. I'm actually the richest woman in the world. And any extra that I do get coming in, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. And I will usually spend it on crystals. I love collecting crystals and stuff. But how many of us have got friends that they have to have the latest car, they have to have the latest gadget, they have to have a bigger house, or they have to have more money, because they want all the luxuries in life, or because Mrs. Jones down the street's got it, so you have to have it. We're so busy looking at the things that we want in life, we forget about the things that we actually have in life. And Kangaroo. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Wishing Star. What a beautiful name. So, Mum of Darkness, the kangaroo is saying, you're more blessed sometimes than you think that you are. You might not think that you have a lot of wealth or that you have a lot of abundance. But if you stop and look around you, you are more abundant and more wealthy. Wealth doesn't come just in the form of money and material possessions. Wealth comes from other things. Wealth comes from self-love, loving yourself for the beautiful person that you are. And that's a hard thing to do. But you know what? If you want to reach to the highest level of energy, which is love, you need to find a way of going back to self-love, loving yourself. And that means loving your imperfections, loving yourself just for the way that you are. And if nobody else loves you for who you are, and because you're true to yourself, that's their problem, not yours. Right? There are several levels of consciousness. There are several levels of awakening. And you might be thinking, other people may be thinking, why can't I connect to spirit? Why can't I get to that high level of consciousness where I'm able to connect to the universe, to spirit, to animal guides, etc.? It's because you're working at a lower level. If you think of emotions and different things in our life on a level scale, the lowest level would be hate or control or narcissistic. They're on the lower levels. If you're working from ego, that's a lower level. If you're working from greed, that's a lower level. If you're working from negative thoughts and actions, that's a lower level. To up your vibration, you need to up your mindset. You need to clear your mind of negative and fill it with positive. You need to change that hatred or that dislike or that ego or that jealousy for love, unconditional love at that. And you need to forgive not just your wrongdoings, but other people's wrongdoings. That's not to say that you're letting them off the hook. You're not. A lot of people will say, did you forgive your ex? Yes, I did. I forgave my ex for all his wrongdoings because I learned a vital lesson from it. And I'm able to use my experiences to help others. My forgiveness does not let him off the hook, because for every action and every word that we have on this earth, there is consequence, karma. And it's called universal karma. The universe is always listening, and the universe is always watching. And what we put out, we get back. So if you put out love, kindness, forgiveness, the universe brings people that surround your life with love, kindness, and forgiveness. But if you're going and you're hurting other people with negative, with bullying, with narcissistic behaviors, with ego, the universe is going to give you somebody bigger and tougher than you, who's going to basically do the same to you. And you're going to learn the lesson of what your actions did to those that you hurt. Might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but it will. The karma always comes, and it doesn't always come when we expect it to. So yes, I find it easy to forgive my ex, because he taught me the lessons in life that I needed so that I could help others. So always be grateful for your blessings. Look around you and you will realize just how rich that you actually are. And the kangaroo always reminds us to be grateful for all that we are blessed with. It might not seem like much, but in the scheme of things, and when you look at that level of higher consciousness, we're richer than we actually think. Sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes it takes a reading like this to actually help us to see it. Yep, there's consequences. Definitely, Wishing Star. Oh, you're welcome. Yep. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Mum of Darkness, thank you so much for helping out tonight with the comments. I really, really appreciate all of that. You know, I love this community because we all do our wee bit in helping other people's lives and helping other people, etc. I've met some new wonderful friends tonight, and it's been a joy doing all these beautiful readings for you. Thank you to everyone who has shared the love, shared the live, and who's been here to receive their readings, etc. And you know, you are all amazing. Even if you don't feel that you are amazing, you are. Every single one of us is all amazing in our own way. We just need to believe it. You know, and never aim to be like someone else, right? The grass is always greener on the other side. But then when we climb the fence, we find actually the grass on the other side may be greener, but it's probably used chemical pesticides, whereas your grass is more natural. So really, you know, all that glitters may not be gold. So never try to strive to be like someone else, because you're not someone else. You are you. Keep being you. If you're true to yourself, your whole life is going to change for the better. Because you'll get, self-love isn't being selfish. Self-love and respecting yourself and respecting your space and respecting the fact that you're maybe different from everybody else, that's not being selfish. Far from it. Self-love is working at the highest level. There's a lot of people that love me, but there's also a lot of people that hate me. Either way, I'm good with that, because the haters can kind of go and hate somewhere else. I don't need to have them in my space. And as for the ones that want to be in my space, welcome. Let's sit down, let's have a chat, let's have a cup of tea. Or let's share some herbal goodness with each other. Let's share, each other's problems, etc. Thank you also to everyone who has joined my Purple Hearts Unite. I started this, as I said, only a few days ago, after realizing that so many people on TikTok are silent warriors of abuse. And there isn't always that safe haven. And we never know who is going through abuse. But just by simply putting a purple heart on everything that you post, or putting Purple Hearts Unite somewhere on your post, it lets other abusers know this person's safe. This person belongs to the Mystic Witches Purple Hearts Unite, and I want to be a part of that, and I want to proudly put my purple heart to say my inbox is always open for anyone going through abuse. So thank you, everyone. You'll find the link to my Purple Hearts group on Facebook on my website, which is on my profile here on TikTok. If you click on my website, the first page is my natural product shop. The second page is the page, if you flick it to the left, the second page is where you'll find all my social media links, including my Facebook groups, my YouTube channels. I share this video and all my live TikTok videos on my YouTube channel, which is the Lady Moonlight one. I'm also going to be sharing them on the Mystic Witch one. But all of my videos get shared on the Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch group on Facebook. And I will be doing some lives this week on the Purple Hearts Unite private group. The private group does have strict rules that no one shares anything from that group outside the group, because to do so you may be putting somebody who's going through abuse in danger by sharing their story or their delicate information out with that group. If I find that any of the members of my Purple Unites Facebook group have shared any posts or screenshotted anything from my group, you will be blocked from the group for life. Please respect everybody's privacy within that group. We're there to help victims of abuse. We're not there to endanger them by spreading their stories outside of that group. The group is vetted. All group membership approvals are vetted by myself. If you've been watching this video, you'll know all about the Purple Hearts Unite. So even if you didn't want to say why you wanted to join the group, if you just simply put Purple Hearts Unite, I will know your reason for wanting to join the group. So I'm going to love and leave you all. thank you to everyone who received a reading tonight. Thank you to Mum of Darkness for filling in the gaps of any conversations that I have missed. Oh, everybody is welcome. I'm just catching up with some of the comments. No problem. Okay, I'm going to love and leave you, everyone. I'm going to jump off and join my wonderful partner who has given up his night. Well, he's allowed me to give up my time with him. He's such a gentle soul. Anyone who wants to follow my partner, please share. Go and follow at Free Spirit Moon. His TikTok name is at Free Spirit Moon. He's not done a lot of posts on here because he's such a shy guy, but he's a beautiful musician. He's the reason I'm still here. He saved my life from abuse. He's a good listener. He makes a fantastic friend. He's one in a million. So please go along. I actually did a follow for follow post on my profile where he's playing his keyboard. Like me, music is his life. I love to sing. I love to share my chants and my music here on TikTok, and he does the same. It took me about 4 or 5 weeks to get him to come on TikTok and share some of his music on TikTok, and I'm so glad he did. So please go along and follow at Free Spirit Moon. It's all one word, Free Spirit Moon. And show him some love because he is such a wonderful person. And if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing. So thank you to him as well. Good night, Mum of Darkness, and you're more than welcome. Okay, I'm going to love and leave you. I will be back tomorrow. The topic for tomorrow's live is natural skincare and natural makeup that is not going to hurt the planet or your skin, but will actually improve your health as well. So please feel free to join me for that. I'll be back again on Wednesday evening for another free readings night. Till then, thank you everyone for supporting this live. I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting new friends and, of course, my regular followers as well. Love you all, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Till then, I send you lots of love, healing, and lots of blessings. See you all tomorrow. Let's see if this works.